put out some protein for the deer. Okay, we're going to have to put out the protein for the deer. We're gonna set this out just for the antler growth a little bit. Mixing it like 1/3, 1/3 with corn. And we're gonna put it on the ground and let them come and get it until I get my feeders lined up the way I want to. I'll have them done next week. I'll be putting it in the feeder, letting them come out of the feeder onto it. So we'll go down here now and get this protein out. This trail right here. So when I feed or whatever, I usually put it in this area. So right here, what I'm gonna do, take all these leaves back. And then I'm gonna put this protein out. Come in and take care of that. We got a couple more locations to go. I'll take this opportunity to say something. If you've been following me, you know I spend a lot of time out here in these woods. I prep. I do a spring prep. I do a early season prep, mid-season prep, late season prep. And I do all this because I want to keep the deer in the area. And I remember when I first started getting into it like this, my brother Lonnie, he said, I don't like that. It's taking the fun out of it. It's too much like a job. It's like you're going to work, you know. But to me, it is kind of like going to work, but it's not really work because it's something I really enjoy doing. I like coming out here and putting this pile out, knowing it was fresh today, come back 3 days later and it's gone. I know that deer have been here and they've visited, they've ate, you know. 2 deer could probably eat this pile in 2 nights, 2 or 3 nights, they'll have it gone. No problem. But then I'll come back and I'll put more. Then I'm going to file this back up. I'm going to put the feed and the corn and everything back in here and just let it trickle out. That way I don't have to come back and visit as much. But I want to get them started with a pile. Let them come in here and get used to it. After about a week or so, then I'll put it in here. And then it'll just be out here on the ground for them. And they'll just get used to coming back to this spot. And we'll hold them in here and we hunt. Our hunting area is like, I think my stand is maybe 200 yards that way. Lonnie's stand is probably about 400 or 500 yards that way. So we're getting them used to coming past our stands to come in here to eat. And that's what you want. You want to get them used to a summer pattern. Then when you come out here early season, they'll still be in that summer pattern, but they're used to this area. They're using this area for food. This is the main thing that makes the deer move, is that stomach. So we want to keep that stomach fed, let the antlers grow a little bit, and keep them healthy. So stay tuned, we're headed to the next location. Park this down here. The location. Okay, gonna set this up a little bit closer because I really want to get some better footage and get some more. Everything's moving forward. So, this time it's a little bit far out. So go ahead and clear this out. Now we're about 10, 11 feet away from the lens, so we should be in good shape here. All right, here we go. All right, we got about the same mixture there. About 1-3, 3 parts corn, 1 part protein. That's about what we want. So, and it's right there in front of the camera now, so I'll be able to see exactly what I'm getting coming in here. Remember, preparation, preparation, preparation. You know, you have to prepare. You have to prepare your hunting area, survey your spot, keep those deer coming in, give them a reason to come to see you. You want to lure them in. That's what it's all about. This right here, and then in the future, we come in and we start hunting, we can actually use the lures, the other lures, scents, the buck lures and all that. That'll enhance this area, but this area is going to be an area that they use anyway. And it's pulling deer from the bedding area, it's pulling deer from the feeding area over here where the acorns and everything are, and they're coming past our stand locations to get to this spot. That's what you want. All right, so now we're going to go to the next spot. I'll show you this. Look at these tracks. They've been coming in here. And that's where I had the corner last time. Right here, so I moved it a little bit closer to the camera this time. But you can see there's a bedding area over there. All that is bedding area. There's a cow pasture on the other side of that. And as I said before, there's a feeding area up there. There's acorn trees all through there. And down in there is another old bedding area that they just mostly travel through now. So they got every reason in the world to come right here at this little junction. That's what we're looking for. And I'm gonna fire that feeder up soon. Stay tuned.
Got what you want.
Okay, last location. What's up? Boy, my home. Too many funny. mix. So, a little bit more on top. The rest of it is going to my clean out there. So. Got quite a bit done today. Okay, now I'm gonna say this right here. You know, a lot of times over the years, people have told me, "Say you spend so much time in those woods. You are always in the woods. You stay in the woods too much. You're in the woods. You fish too much. You hunt too much. You shoot too much." I've heard that. But now, I want you to ask yourself a question as a sportsman, as an outdoorsman. Hunting and fishing is a sport. I think we all agree on that. So, what kind of team would you have if all of the football players on your team, as soon as the season was over, they put the football up, put the pads up, they sit down, they start watching television, they eat ice cream, pizza, cheeseburgers, drink sodas, all that during the off season, never touch a football, never run a sprint, never lift a weight, and then about 2 weeks before the season comes in, they all decide to gather up and hit the gym and get in shape for the season. What kind of football team would you have? Same with a basketball team. If they stop shooting jump shots after the season's over, they put the basketball in the corner, they're watching TV, they're playing video games, they're going on vacation, they're laying on the beach, they're just chilling, they're relaxing, doing nothing. What kind of basketball team would you have if they started practicing about a week before the season comes in, they don't want to get a basketball, go out and shoot jump shots? A boxer doesn't throw a punch. As soon as the fight's over, he forgets about it. He goes home, lets himself go, relax, sits on the sofa, watch television, you know, just chill. And then about a week before the fight, he decides, okay, I'm gonna start jumping rope, I'm gonna start taking some punches, I'm gonna start throwing some punches. How many champions would you get out of that group? How many consistent winners would you get out of that group? So think about it like this. It just hit me one day like a brick. We would go in the woods. As soon as our hunting season would start, we'd go to the same tree we sat under last year, the same stand we sat in last year, and we'd hope that the same deer would come out in the same location and we could have the same kind of luck we did last year. Now, that didn't work out too well. So I started thinking to myself, and I just thought about it, and I said, you know what other sport does this? If you're gonna do something, you have to be consistent. You have to stay at it. You have to practice. Now, maybe you can't get out and do everything that I do in these woods that I'm in because this is private property. This is not public land. But you can go to the range. You can go scout because you can walk on public land. You can scout. You can look for your hunting areas. You can look for the deer during the off season. You know, there's something you can be doing out here all the time. Now, you can't spend every waking moment out here, but as much time as you can spend out here getting your hunting season together, the more success you're gonna have when hunting season comes around. And stay on top of that as far as sighting in your weapons, getting used to using your weapons, know how to use your weapon, you know, and just be in touch with it. That's what you have to do out here in these woods. And you're gonna hunt, you're gonna be successful. You have to put in the work. It's just, there's no way around it. Yeah, you can get lucky, and luck carries you so far. But to be consistent at what we're doing out here, you have to put in the work. So, until next time, yes, we're changing the game. We are changing the game here. He's Shooting Outdoors. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. How much work are you putting in your off season? Do you think it matters? Do you think that just sitting around twiddling your thumbs doing nothing about your hunting or fishing helps you out as a hunter or fisherman? Let me know. Hey, we'll see you next time right here on Heath Shooting Outdoors.